Leo, welcome back. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is your weekly read. It's a general reading for Leo placements Sun, Moon, or Rising. And again, general, right? So if it's not resonating for you, don't try to force the fit. It's probably just not your energy I'm picking up on today. Let's see what we have for you, Leo. Reading intuitively today. Again, as before, using the This Might Hurt Tarot. And what do we got? Oh my goodness, Leo. Okay. So, where are you at this week? You're a little out of sorts. Yeah, I can feel my energy is already starting to get kind of amped up. I'm a little nervous now. I wasn't before I started reading for you. There's some tension, some nervousness, some worry. You're feeling like you can't do this. You can't do this on your own is what I'm hearing. I can't do this on my own. I'm not able to do this, but I am able to do this. That's also a contradictory message also in your mind. You're going back and forth between these two things. I'm not able to be independent. I'm actually able to be independent. I have access to all the resources I could possibly need. You do know that you have several paths forward from here. You're perhaps in a space where you're looking at your life. There's so much going on in this reading. You're looking at your life and you're kind of, where do I want to go from here is the energy that I'm feeling. There are different choices I can make, and each of them puts me on a different path. Which path do I want? Not did I think I need, not do other people want for me, not do I need to choose because that's best for everyone. What do I want? That's your question, Leo. That's really your question this week. And you need to question your assumptions a lot, it seems. You do feel, on one hand, like you will always have access to the resources you need. No matter how rough life gets, you will always find a way. You have this amazing resilience about you. I can feel that. But at the same time, you doubt your mental capacity to do the work that you feel needs to be done in order to take care of yourself. You feel like in order to take care of yourself and your obligations, you need to be at a certain place professionally or financially, and you worry that your mind might not hold up. Like whatever you do for work, it's intellectual in nature, and you're concerned about your ability to keep thinking as sharply and at the level you need to be at in order to make that money. And that makes you worry that you won't be able to take care of yourself, that you might, struggle financially in life, and that you won't be okay. And then on the other hand, you feel like, I actually am in a place where I can be generous. I know that if I can just keep it up, I have access to the resources that'll bring that money flowing in, and that will make me in, complete opposite space from this other concern. You'll be in a space where you actually can give to others and support others. So it's it's almost very Gemini at the moment. You've got two completely different trains of thought running through your head. You're looking at all these choices you need to make, looking at the life paths you could choose, and a little overwhelmed, I'd have to say. And at the root of it all is deep grief. Deep grief and sorrow. There's a deep, deep pain. You've lost something really, really important. And it's making it hard for you to think clearly about what you should do with your life going forward. It's rough. It's a really rough energy. I guess there's nothing here that tells me how the week turns out. I think it's just a week, perhaps another, shall we say, week of going through this process of having these two completely dichotomous beliefs running through your head. One day it's really positive, one day it's really negative. It's really hard to think clearly right now. You worry that because it's hard to think clearly right now, that means that you can't think clearly at all anymore, and it's all going to go to hell. But that's not true. You are in a place where it's hard to think clearly because you are deeply, deeply wounded. And it will get better. And I guess the only way to weather the storm is to focus on the positive energies, right? The feeling that deep knowledge and knowing within you that no matter what happens, you'll be okay. You will find a way. You've always found a way, and you will always find a way. And you will be in a position to be generous and to help others. And you can't forget about yourself in this equation, because you do matter. Absolutely do matter. But you don't have to make these choices this week. Give yourself some grace and some kindness and some space to breathe. Understand that it's completely normal with a deep loss to feel, what's the word? At sea, unanchored, let loose to float in the storm without an anchor, because you're processing a lot emotionally. Your entire being is taken over by this emotional pain. It's hard to focus. Of course it is. It's hard to be in your head when you're so deeply in your heart right now. And yeah, just focus on this energy of knowing that you'll always be okay. I think that will help. I don't know what it would mean necessarily, but I am drawn to the numbers here. 369 is the progression backward, or 963. Perhaps you're moving from something very complicated into a more simple space, something less complex, a life that's less complex. That's what I'm hearing. You're moving from very full of obligations and frenetic and lots of things you need to pay attention to into something really pure and simplified. And the grief can do that. It helps you to see more clearly what matters most fundamentally to you. And then your life choices start to align with that simpler space. And perhaps that's why the 963, that reduction is catching my eye. I'm not sure. I think that's what I have for you, Leo. It's a process. Work through it slowly, and not even work, just feel your way through, I think is more to the point. Trust yourself. Thank you for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And I think that's it. I think that's what I have for you. And we'll see you next week. Blessings.